Hey villagers, I am not sure if you guys can hear me, but I'm on day 2 of clinicals. Let me tell you guys how my experience went with day 1. Day 1, we ended up at a nursing home, and my clinical instructor was walking around with us trying to get the RNs to allow us to accompany them so they can train us. Yeah, forgive the hair. I'll tell you why the hair looking a hot mess today, but um and they was straight up saying no. They straight up said nope, not today, maybe tomorrow. They was rude as all get out. um I'm not so sure what they were going to train us, being that the majority of us that was there were LPNs and or are LPNs, and so therefore they were passing meds. What are you going to teach me passing meds? Because that's what we do, you know. But their attitudes were so rude. I mean, it was just disgusting. Like, you would never ever believe that they were once RN students. I mean, we all start somewhere. And I'm not saying that all are called to teach. However, really? That's how for day 1 went. So day 2 of clinicals, which is today, woke up. My mom coughed all night long. I'm staying with my mom in Miami while I'm here for my clinicals, and she coughed all night long. I sleep with her when I come in. Yeah, there's 3 other bedrooms in the house, but she just be insisting on I sleep with her, because she don't get to see me that often. So I indulge her and I sleep with her, and she coughed all night long. Needless to say, y'all, by the time she woke up this morning, my mom was hoarse. I'm wondering if you guys are following where I'm going with this. She was hoarse. She had a headache. Her chest was hurting. Her back was hurting. That's how bad the coughing spells went. I was so freaking dog tired yesterday because I had been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, drove from Fort Myers to Miami, which is a 3-hour drive because I'm driving during rush hour and stuff, and got down here to Miami. And yeah, long story short, yeah, my mom is COVID positive. Yeah. Let's not forget to say how, as I'm taking her to urgent care because her doctor won't see her, they want me to take her to the emergency room. She's not like having like extreme signs and symptoms or anything like that, or I would have taken her to the emergency room, but I just decided to take her to Med Express urgent care. So here I was taking her to Med Express urgent care. I was halfway dressed for my clinicals that started at 1. We left the house, I think around 10:30. Got to urgent care. We sat in there in the waiting room and stuff. It was, it was pretty good experience, this urgent care. We ended up in Coral Springs because your girl got lost. It ended up at another Med Express other than what I had intended. But, it worked out because that Med Express in Coral Springs was actually about 15-20 minutes from where I was going to need to go for clinicals. So it was going to kind of work out. However, look, the people behind the desk, they behind glass windows. And like, man, they kept putting some gloves on. This one sister she was spraying the whole can of Lysol spray. I mean, people, when y'all spray that much Lysol spray or Clorox spray, do y'all realize you're going to die from Lysol spray before you die from COVID? I mean, saturating your lungs with that poison. I mean, yeah, it kills 99.1% of whatever bacteria and germs and stuff like that. But how much of it are you inhaling it? 10 years from now, you're going to be like, oh, I don't know why I have COPD and all of this other situation going on with my lungs. You have respiratory situations because you inhaling all of this disinfectant spray. So anyway, just ranting. So they finally take us, they call us on the telephone to get all our information while we're sitting in the lobby. And so eventually we go into the person comes to get us. I don't know if it was a medical assistant or a nurse. She takes us to the back. Nice lady. Takes us to the back. She says that she has to do my mom's vitals, and she's going to do a COVID test. And in 15 minutes, the doctor will come in to let her know what the results were or whatever. Y'all, not even 5 minutes, they was at the door telling my mom. The doctor actually was at the door with his N95 mask on. And when he walked in the door, it's like I knew. Yeah, I drove 25 minutes. At least 25 minutes in a car with my mom with no mask. And she was coughing and sneezing and coughing and sneezing. And here I am thinking COVID was farthest from my mind because she doesn't go around anybody. And she hadn't gone around anybody that I knew of. And I figured it was just a head cold because the air conditioned vent was right above her head in the bed. And then my brother had this huge fan blowing towards her bedroom, and she kept her bedroom door open, and I just figured they were blowing air conditioned air into the bedroom. So, y'all, I was in the car with my mom for about 25 minutes. But I knew in my gut it was going to be negative. So as soon as they came and said her test was positive, I went straight up to the front and said, hey, I need y'all to do a COVID test for me because I have clinicals. So they did my COVID test, and my COVID test was negative. So the doctor, my mom was like, she's freezing. She don't want to sit in the clinic anymore. Give her the key so she can go sit out in the car. They ain't going to do nothing for her or whatever. So I take her back out to the car. She sits out there while I go back in to get my COVID test. And so my test comes back negative, and the doctor comes back and he's like, what you going to do to take care of your mom? How you going to do this? I said, well, first, you going to start off by giving me an N95 so I can get in this car with my mom to go back home. And then I'll figure out the rest later. So needless to say, I missed second day clinicals. And I did reach out to my clinical coordinator, and so she hasn't reached back out to me to let me know per policy, because I have been exposed to COVID, if I can return to clinicals or not. I'm not distracted. I am distracted. I'm looking at these ducks, and I'll tell you about the duck story in a minute. But anyway, I'm waiting back to hear from the coordinator to see if the rest of my week of clinicals is doomed. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I have no problems doing clinicals and just wearing a COVID mask. I mean, an N95 mask. The rest of the week. So on the way home, my mom just kept apologizing to the point where she was gonna break down crying. Because she was like, I exposed you. I'm so sorry, that kind of thing. And I was like, Mom, it is what it is, right? So we're back home. I got her some chicken noodle soup and some Powerade. I want to run by the store and go get her like some Pedialyte, keeping her hydrated. That's about it. I'm in the car studying. I'm being nosy, y'all. Earlier today, I went to go walk my dog. And let me show y'all what I'm looking at. If I can turn. Oh, I can't turn around. Anyway, I went to walk the dog earlier before we left. And there was these 3 ducks sitting in the yard like 2 houses away from my mom. And Romeo, the dog, my Yorkie, he started to like go towards them, but I pulled him back. So he kind of like, I redirected him, so he ignored them and we went on about our walk. Y'all, tell me why the ducks chased me and the dog. They chased me. And so, I mean, we got away around the corner, but I was trying to figure out how to get back home. Y'all, the ducks was following. These some grown ducks. They was following. Even though I got away, the ducks was still coming towards us. So, they were on one side of the street because a car was coming and the car kind of like pushed them towards the other side of the street. So I took that as my opportunity, and Romy and I ran past them and I ran back home. Well, I went to the doctor's appointment with my mom and all that good stuff, and guess where them ducks are at now? They sitting in front of my door. Right behind my mama's car. I'm just trying to make sure that they ain't trying to come over here by my car and attack me. A hot mess. I ain't never seen ducks. I mean, other than, so I've seen swans attack people. I ain't never seen ducks attack people, but them ducks was trying to follow me like I was their mama. I don't know, but so anyway, my hair was so cute yesterday for clinicals, but this is the reason why my hair is a hot mess, because every time I go in the house or near my mom, I put on my N95. But I told her she gotta stay in the bedroom because she is the only one in the house that is positive. I tested my brother and uncle in the house, and everybody's negative, COVID negative. Me and the other 2. But I don't know if my brother's coughing because it's psychosomatic. I don't know if my sinus is kind of like feeling kind of funny because it's psychosomatic, or maybe we just haven't produced enough COVID solution to test positive. I don't know. So, in the meantime, my brother's coughing, and I ain't trying to be around nobody that's doing all that coughing and stuff, just in case he got it. So I'm stuck here because, let me take that back. I'm not stuck here. It's a pleasure taking care of my mom. But I'm here now because she has COVID, and I have to take care of her and make sure that she recovers. So yeah. And I decided to come sit in the car to get some natural air because it's freezing in the house. Nobody wants to turn off the air and open up the windows. So I'm sitting in the car, and I'm about to get into some studying because I have final exams this week, I believe. Oh shoot, I have class in a few minutes. It's Tuesday, and I have class in 15 minutes. I completely forgot it was Tuesday. Okay, guess what I'm about to do? Get ready for class. I'm not studying just yet. I guess I'll study after class. Shoot. Anyway, guys, that's day 2 of clinicals, or day 2 of not clinicals, but clinical week. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. God loves you, and so do I.